Hey, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We are so excited here. Listen, it is going to be a beautiful day, last day of January. A big shout out to my sister, Annie Murray Schmidt. Happy birthday. And we are here to give you the update on the weather, the traffic, what's happening. New month starts tomorrow. Vail Valley Life starts right now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. I'm Trisha Swenson here in the Grand Hyatt Vail Studios, all nice and warm. Megan Wright is braving the elements out there this morning. She's going to be reporting from Lion's Head today, and like she said, a lot of things going on and a beautiful day in store, albeit a little bit cold. So we'll let you know about the weather today. We'll let you know about some of the activities that are happening throughout the month of February. Valentine's Day just around the corner. We'll give you some ideas on what you could do for someone special in your life and so much more. We've got a lot going on this weekend as well. Beaver Creek Culinary starts out. The National Brotherhood of Skiers, they're starting their 50th anniversary summit. Everyone's arriving on Saturday. That'll go from Sunday all the way through next Saturday. So a lot of things to tell you about. So let's get right to it. We'll be with you for pretty much the next hour. 7:30 to 8:30 is when we go live every single morning here Mountain Standard Time. And you can watch us in a variety of ways. You can watch us from anywhere in the world on either YouTube or Facebook. And you can actually pretty much watch us any time of the day. But if you want to chat with us, tune in when we're live, Mountain Standard Time. So that's 7:30 to 8:30. And don't forget to subscribe or hit like just so you get the alerts. A lot of times my phone will go on and I'll be like, oh, yep, it's time to turn it on when I'm at home, when I'm not doing this show. And then we're also on Comcast Television, Xfinity, and that is going to be on Channel 17, Outside Television. So check us out in a variety of ways. And you can watch us on your phone, on your laptop, or even you can take it from your laptop and put it onto your big screen if you've got a smart TV. And a lot of times I'll take it, if I'm skinning up the mountain, I'll just put my headphones on, my phone in my pocket, and I can hear the whole show. And I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm getting exercise and I'm finding out what's going on and what's happening with the weather. And the weather this morning, well, the big headlines, probably all the snow we got yesterday. So 8 inches new at the Beeve, 7 over at Vail. So this is, all that snow we had yesterday, a lot of blowing snow as well. So here's what it turned out to be, a little more than what we'd expected. But now for the next couple of days, we'll see some clear blue skies, cool, clear nights, and really not a chance of snow until we get to the weekend. So for today, it is going to be pretty chilly, and then we'll see that chance of snow coming through the weekend. Right now, we're seeing 5 below zero out there. So it is a cold one. This is up on the mountain where Megan is, probably about 0. When I drove in, my car was at 0 and then 1 degree kind of flickering just between that goose egg and then the 1 degree above 0. Denver was really cold yesterday too, but they're going to be warming up today, warming up throughout the week in case you're heading back down to the airport. But what we can expect today, lots of sunshine. So we'll have the sun, which will make it feel a little bit warmer, but don't be too fooled. If you feel warm down at the parking lots and down at the parking structures, you travel up in elevation, it's going to be just a bit cooler. So we'll have a high right around the mid-20s, and the winds won't be really a factor today at all, which would be nice. It'll take a little warmer for things to warm up, or a little longer for things to warm up. By noon, we'll just be barely hitting 10 degrees. So, but just bear with it. Maybe take a little break this morning, some hot chocolate breaks, or go out a little bit later, because I think it's going to be more comfortable to ski later. And then tonight, mostly clear, low around 0. And then we'll see tomorrow a little bit warmer, a high of 30 degrees. And then we'll see that overnight low dropping down to that 0 degree mark and then single digits the next several nights. And then each day we get progressively warmer. Wow, by Friday, we could be in the upper 30s. So that's what we're looking at for the next couple of days. So be aware of that. I would definitely bundle up with a balaclava, but hey, let's talk to the woman that's out in the elements right now and find out what she would recommend. A little bit cold out there,
That's
Megan.
recycling.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't.
Megan.
Hi,
Hey.
how
Okay.
you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I love how you're directing people to like, oh, no, that's recycling. Yep. Always the consummate host. I love it. Well, Megan, how does it feel out there?
It's a little colder than yesterday.
Yeah.
It's definitely nippy, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
It's like same weather, same snow every day, but I think sunshine's coming out today.
Yeah, you know what? Just driving here, it's still kind of, the sun isn't up yet, but you can tell. Like, I mean, it's clear. I think it's going to be a gorgeous day because we've got all that recent snow, so everything is blanketed in white. It looks so pretty out there. But yeah, but it is going to be chilly on the mountain. Lifts open at 8:30. We got all that new snow, 8 inches at the Beeve, 7 over at Vail. So over at Vail, we're looking at 236 inches season to
Oh
date,
my
and
gosh,
we're just closing down January. So I can't
January.
believe it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
this
much
may be
already.
record. This may be a record season, huh?
We could be on our way. And then Beaver Creek, they did
Yeah.
pass 200. So I think they're at 211 right now. So Beaver Creek already in the 200s. And a lot of people are comparing this, I think 2011 is what I'm hearing. I think that was the big year.
That was
Did we get like 524 inches that year?
Yeah, that was opening day was like November 19th, 2011. I remember that. And we got so much snow that
Yeah.
season. It
Yeah.
started early.
Yeah, and then I think the next year, like in 2012, like the back bowls weren't even open, like till January.
Oh,
So you
yeah, I
never
know.
know. I mean, it's weather. You just never know. I
Yeah.
love it. It's unpredictable.
I
Okay. Well, now what are some of your tips on the cold days? Some of the coldest days are some of the best days skiing. Especially we've got the
Yeah.
January snow. We've got the cold weather snow, so it's still really light and fluffy. And all that powder that fell last night, I think this is going to be a great morning to get out there. But we need a couple of little tricks to help us stay warm enough to stay out there longer. What would you recommend?
I think the face mask is huge. Just your head, your face mask,
Yeah.
staying warm. That's to me is the biggest part. I need a good face mask and my hat, helmet, and then of course layering always helps. And it's better to be warm than cold.
Yeah. It's better to almost have too much than to wish you had
Hmm.
it. Maybe even the
Right.
the vest today. Your warmest base layers, and choosing your jacket. Like something that's really going to be more of a technical jacket. I mean, I know we love fashion, but go with your warmest jacket. And then I think the balaclava would be good today. The helmet, and then make sure your vents are closed. Do you ever get out there and
Yeah.
you're like, what? Like, why am I so cold? And you're like, my vents are open. Or your pit zips
Then-
are open and you're like,
Yeah.
wait, why am I so cold? So, like, just make sure everything's buttoned up, zipped up, locked down, locked and loaded. And then I think hand warmers, mittens, hand warmers.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
even if you don't have boot heaters, if you like to lock your boot down pretty tight like I do, I'll unbuckle all the buttons on the chairlift right up, and I'll just kind of wiggle my toes, kind of get the blood
Or
flow
this
going.
motion. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Or
see a
kind
lot of
of
people do this motion. You go,
yeah. Kind of marching motion. Yeah. So, and then gondola laps might be a good option for you today. I love lapping Gandhi 19 right behind you, the Eagle Bond, because it's such great top to bottom skiing. If you lap gondola one, you're kind of going down that one catwalk, and then you get to Bear Tree, and then you're kind of doing the other catwalk. You can get some good vertical right over here on this. Do some
yeah.
hot laps on that, and you
Yeah.
stay warm. You can kind of, check your phone, preserve your battery if you're trying to work a little this morning and ski. Because, Megan, I think this qualifies as a powder day for a lot of businesses that let their employees go up for a couple hours and then come in later that day, and if it's above 6 inches. So both resorts are qualifying
Yeah.
with 7 at Vail, 8 at Beaver Creek.
It's a 90-minute lunch break today.
Yeah, hey, that could be another thing. You could be like, hey, boss, I'm going to work early. And you work all when it's like, 5 below 0. And then by noon, you're like, hey, it's like 10 above. And it's going to feel good. I think it's going to be beautiful once that sun gets a little bit higher in the sky, crests over the mountaintop. We're going to have a good day.
It's coming up. It looks like
It,
it's coming up over Golden Peak.
It is coming up. Okay, well, hey, coming up on our show, Megan, we got to get to the road report. We got to get to the Vail Daily headlines. We're going to let you know what's happening at Beaver Creek, what they've got going on with their culinary weekend, National Brotherhood of Skiers. We got a lot of things to tell you about, so stick around.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery stands for providing the highest quality care to our unique patient population here in the mountains.
I think that what makes us unique is that we really are practicing groundbreaking techniques, yet, we practice it in a small town environment. Our patients are our neighbors and our kids go to school with their kids.
I think every one of our docs treat their patients like their family. Our goal is to keep you active, doing the things you want to do, and we'll map out a road to success to get you there.
All right, I love that snow stake, and I love that time lapse of the slopes and everything. So cool to see how things unfold and nightfall happens. But amazing snow. We just saw in that snow stake, 7 inches at Vail. We have 8 over at Beaver Creek. Either place is going to be great today. It's that light, fluffy snow because the temperatures are cool, so it really draws a lot of that moisture out there to keep it out, that nice champagne powder. But I want to say hi to Jerry Strickland. She's saying, good morning, ladies. Love the show. Pow day. You got it, girl. I'm hoping you're going to be able to get out and do some snowboarding this morning, Jerry. And Lisa, good morning. Trisha and VBL crew. And Lisa, yes, I did get your card. Thank you so much. I love those little penguins. Super cute. But here is what is happening in today's Vail Daily for the very last day of January. And look at this. We've got a helping hand. Jim Whittier, snow blows the sidewalks in Minturn on Monday. Whitler helps out the neighbors with clearing snow. So isn't that good to always have a buddy that's got the snowblower, especially this year? Wow, how many backs and shoulders are hurting from trying to clear all this snow out there? But headlines for today, kicking it new school. Vail Valley Unbound is breaking the traditional school model with a K through 5th school designed for independent learners. So more on this on page A3. This will be opening this fall, so check it out. And then the new faces of law enforcement. Despite a steady workforce decline in recent years, local agencies bring new officers on board. So get to know some of the stories behind these folks that protect and serve on page A2 and A12. Also, in today's news, make 2023 a positive year for our Earth. If you want to learn more about sustainability, the team at Walking Mountains and their Actively Green team can help you help your business, and small changes over time, repeatedly, can really make a difference. So that's on page A5 today. And then also in today's news, Clay Jenkinson returns to the Vail Symposium this week. The Vail Symposium has been around for, wow, dozens of years, and they always have such great topics. Tonight is going to be voting in America, relax or reform. And then on Wednesday, we've got another one, the unfinished journey of Lewis and Clark. So if you want to learn a little bit about these forefathers of adventure travel, Meriwether Lewis and William Clark, check that out. They were the leaders of the expedition that really kind of got the West all moving and everything. So really kind of neat to see that. So that'll be Wednesday. So tonight and Wednesday, a couple cool events at the Vail Symposium. And then in sports news, little cross-country action, some Nordic action going on. Malloy Park Madness. Battle Mountain girls take the win. Battle Mountain School boys take third in home Nordic ski meet. So check that out. All those Nordic racers out there. Malloy Park is just south of Minturn. Real cool place to go if you're looking to get a little cross-country action in also. And then in Town Talk, hey, look for your friends, look for your neighbors. You might find them there, or your neighbor's dog. We've got plenty of fun things going on with Town Talk. And you can get into Town Talk if you hashtag Vail Live. So submit your photos on Instagram using that hashtag for your chance to be in. Look at the sledding there. Good day to go sledding as well if you don't want to get out and go skiing. But right now, let's take a look at the roads. Now, the commercial vehicle chain law is in effect, and the passenger vehicle chain law is in effect on your way up to the approaches of Eisenhower Tunnel. When I drove in this morning, and you could see it right there in the Dow Junction cam, so the right lane was cleared. The left lane still had snowpacked, and everyone was hanging out in the right lane. And, so it was pretty slow going because everyone was a little afraid to get into that other lane. So give the plows a little bit of time, and it should be looking good. Over at Eisenhower Tunnel, looking pretty nice and clear, although there are some icy spots in that area. Vail Pass Summit, you can't even see the hard pack, the pavement. And East Vail, we got a Colorado State Patrol right there, so behave yourself if you're heading up East Vail right now. And once again, those chain laws, the traction laws, in effect for both commercial vehicles and for the passenger vehicles. And what that means for your passenger vehicle, you want to have good tires. They don't necessarily have to be snow tires per se. They can be all season. They have to have a good tread on them. If not, you could get fined. And when you kind of justify the cost of tires versus the cost of these fines, the fines can be pretty hefty. So it's a better idea just to be safe for you, be safe for everyone around you, and just get those treads dialed in for the winter. Because as we've seen, winter isn't going anywhere, everybody. But let's take it back out to Megan and just talk a little bit about this winter. Megan, so you didn't have to drive very far today, did you?
No, fortunately, I live right across, by the pedestrian bridge over I-70. So
yes, you're
nice.
Lucky. But I'm telling you, it was slow moving because everyone was hanging in the right lane because everyone was afraid to be it just looked like an icy tundra on the other side. I did get in the left lane a little bit, and it wasn't that bad. At least it was snowpacked. It wasn't totally icy. But boy, last night I was driving around for a little bit after work. Hard to get to and fro. It's been a crazy, crazy driving season.
Yeah, white knuckles.
I know, every morning I'm like, okay, who needs coffee? We're just getting the adrenaline going every day. Yeah, so allow some extra time on the commute this morning as well. But speaking of commute, looks like they're getting the employees up. We've got kind of chairlifts moving. We've got the gondola moving just to kind of get people up on the mountain so they can make it to their posts this morning. But that's a gorgeous shot. I love that bridge. A lot of people don't notice how gorgeous that bridge is.
Yeah, so I'm in the courtyard where the little kids get to learn how to ski. Over here, and they have the little carpet over here. But yeah, I love this view with the bridge and the path that people can walk all the way to
Yeah.
West Vail if they want to, two
Yeah.
miles.
Yeah, you know what? That's such a popular biking path and walking path in the summer, but they do keep it clear during the winter. So it's a nice way if you want to maybe take a brisk walk, get a little exercise, walking your dog. The dog probably doesn't even want to be out this morning. Their little paws, they're like, what's going on? It is chilly. It is chilly. But Megan, I see the blue sky is getting a little bit brighter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I can't believe we're gonna have blue sky. I don't think we've had blue sky for like a week.
I know. We haven't. We
I
haven't
mean,
seen the sun.
Sunday it popped out for a little bit, but that's
Yeah.
it.
I hardly have used my sunglasses at all. But hey Rachel, can we show that Japan thing? Oh, okay. So Megan, I got something to tell you. So you know how John LeConte and Sean Naylor from the Vail Daily, they do their on the hill reports, and they let us know when Chair 17 opened, when the rope drop in Stone Creek. So they get out there and they do their segments called On the Hill. Well, John
Yeah.
LeConte is over in Japan right now, and he is skiing some amazing powder. So this just got posted last night. It was already Tuesday over there. So he said, "Hey, here we are on Tuesday," and I'm like, "Wow, it's still Monday over here." But let's take a look at this, and you can do this with we have so many different passes out there: the Icon, the Epic. But let's find out what pass John LeConte is on and skiing POW in Japan. Oh, I don't think we have the audio on there. Okay, we're gonna fix it. We'll do this because you got to see this. It's pretty cool. You'd have no idea where he was, but we'll give you some details when we come back. We'll play that for you, and we've got more. We've got Ask the Doc. We're gonna give some details on a culinary competition where you could win $1,000. So stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Carrie Mae Wack, and I'm with the Eagle Valley Library District, and today I'm at our Eagle branch featuring our Spark Studio. So this is our maker space lab, or the place where you can come try new technology. We have software, hardware, pretty much anything that you can use to make and create. We have some sort of version in our maker space. Thanks for checking out the Spark Studio with me today. Make sure to come back to the Eagle Public Library and check it out for yourself.
This weather and mountain report is brought to you by Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevated savings.
All right, I was just looking at some of the snow totals. Wow, in the last 30 inches in the last 7 days at Vail. Okay, so Vail just got, they received 7 inches of new snow in the last 24 hours. Beaver Creek received 8 inches in the last 24 hours. So pretty amazing what we got going on here. Just to compare it to some of the other resorts, so Breck only got 2, which is pretty amazing. Keystone got 4. And then down in southwest Colorado, Crested Butte, they did get 8 inches of new snow. So it's always interesting to see, especially just from Vail to Breck, how it's so different. But that's what we're looking at. So Crested Butte coming in pretty close to what we got here. But we're seeing those snow totals inch up into the 200s, 211 inches season to date at Beaver Creek and 236 at Vail. But let's let you see what you can expect today. We are going to finally have some sunshine, everybody. So if you like blue skies, blue runs, this is your day. It's going to be a little chilly. It'll take us a while to warm up. You can see 5 below zero at Beaver Creek, 6 below zero up on Vail Mountain. These are on mountain temperatures. At the base, we're kind of hovering right around that 0 degree mark. So it will be chilly. And we could maybe see an inversion later on, but I think right now everything is just kind of socked down near the single digits or below 0 temperatures. And it's going to take a little while for things to warm up. We'll reach into the mid-20s, but look at even by noon, only 8 degrees at Beaver Creek, 7 above in Vail. So that's what we can expect. But according to the National Weather Service, here's what we have in the forecast. So sunny skies today, winds not really much, not much to mention, maybe northwest about 5 miles per hour, becoming west and southwest by this afternoon. So no gusty winds like we saw yesterday. And then for tonight, we're dropping down into the single digits and 0 degrees because it looks going to be clear tonight. So clear all day, clear tonight, clear tomorrow. Mostly sunny for your Wednesday. Highs reaching up into the mid-20s. And a little bit higher tomorrow. By Thursday, we'll still see some sunshine into the 30s. And then for Friday, wow, we could reach into the upper 30s for Friday. So good news. We're going to warm up as the week goes on. And then we really don't have a chance of snow again until later on this weekend. So hopefully this absence of snow will help the plows catch up. I know the side streets, the roundabouts, they are still just really feeling the brunt of this. The interstates usually do pretty well, but there is a traction law in effect for passenger vehicles, and the trucks the commercial vehicles, they need to put the chains on this morning. So it is a little bit slick out there and snow-packed and icy. But are we ready for the Japan video? All right, so this is the On the Hill video. It's an installment that the Vail Daily does. John LeConte isn't on Vail or Beaver Creek Mountain today. He's actually over in Japan. So let's take a listen.
Hello and welcome to the Vail Dailies on the Hill. It's the 31st of January, 2023, and I am in Emory Spring Resort in Japan, where the snow is deep, very deep. Emory Spring is in the Emory Prefecture here in Japan. It's a smaller resort, and it's a perfect one for the ski pass known as the Indy Pass, which is a pass that's an American ski pass, but works at a lot of places all over the world. And this year they have 5 resorts here in Japan that the Indy Pass works at. So I've got myself an Indy Pass, and I'm exploring these Japanese resorts with some friends who are behind me. So this Emory Spring, and just plentiful snow, really deep snow. I mean, you see little face shots like that are common. So we're gonna get down to the bottom of this lift here, and I'll tell you a little bit more about this place. It's been snowing pretty much the whole time. We're only about 15 minutes from the ocean, the Sea of Japan. So you get these Arctic winds that come down and mix with that warm sea moisture, and it just dumps. Right on the groove room section now. but anywhere you go, it's face shots galore. As I get down here to the bottom of this lift, kind of show you what this place is all about. So like, so here we are now at the bottom of the lift, and it's a fixed grip 2-person, takes you to the top. Kind of reminds me a bit of some of the smaller places in Colorado, like a Ski Cooper or a Loveland, where, you know, amazing terrain, but not that well discovered. There's probably only 100 or 200 people here at the resort today. It's a very average Tuesday, and it's just really dumping. So if you have Indy Pass, which works at places in Colorado like Sunlight Mountain and Bluebird Backcountry, I would highly recommend coming out here to Japan and using it. There's a guiding company that we're using called Japan Ski Tours, which has been taking us around and showing us the various stash spots. Anyway, so it's just an amazing time out here, highly recommended, and I'll be continuing to do reports all week from a couple of the other places that this Indy Pass works at. So thanks so much for tuning into the Vail Dailies on the Hill. For now, it's John LeConte signing off from Emery Spring Resort in the Emery.
Oh, that's so cool. I just love the fact that we can see what it's like, and all that powder. Like every time he kind of got those powders, that his beard, he looked like Santa Claus. So that's what's called the Indy Pass. And we were talking about this earlier. You know, we have an Epic Pass that gets you all the resorts here and some resorts in Europe and over in Japan. And then there's the Icon Pass. Like you really have to kind of look like where are you planning to go and what pass is going to work well for you. And luckily, John got that pass, and he's able to go over there with some friends and have a ton of fun. But hey, it's not a bad day here either. 7 inches new over at Vail. We've got 8 inches over at Beaver Creek. And can we go out to Megan? Yeah. All right, so let's take it out to Megan. Megan, that sun, it's getting a little closer, so you will be warming up soon. Now, where are you?
Oh, I didn't move very far. I just wanted to show the Gore Range behind me. You know, you can't really see it, but the sun's it's coming out.
Yeah.
It's yeah. But that video was awesome. It was so cool. Actually, it looked like Saturday here, though. It did. I was skiing in snow above my knees on Saturday. My legs were exhausted.
Burning. Oh my gosh. I know. Now, have you skied anywhere international before?
No. I really want to, though. Yeah. My husband's going to Japan this month.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Well, where's he going to go? Is he on the Epic Pass?
He's watching this. You know, I'm not even sure. I know they're going to hike some volcanoes too. They're going to go to some of the resorts, and then they're going to hike up volcanoes and you know, snowboard in the volcano. I have no clue.
You're just like, hey, I got a valid passport. Sign me up. I'm going. You know, like I'll just bring my skis. You know, I had a chance to ski Chamonix several years ago, which was amazing. And then I did Saint Anton in Austria early 2020. This was before we got shut down. So this was like January of 2020. And that was super cool. And then, you know, Whistler. I mean, it's still North America, but you do cross the border and stuff. And that was pretty fun. So that's what I've done so far. But I'd love to get back to Europe, or I'd love to get over. I really want to go to Kitzbühel for the Hanukkah sometime. That's on my bucket list for the big race.
I want to go to St. Moritz. I want to go there.
St. Moritz. Okay. All right. But hey, so bringing it back to a few things going on this weekend. So Beaver Creek Winter Culinary Weekend is happening, but and they have all their tastings and their big dinners and a lot of fun things and some little demos and après ski tastings going on. But they also have this cool competition. Now, are you a cook, Megan? Are you how handy are you in the kitchen?
You know, my kids are older now, so I just eat chopped salad and that's it.
Yeah, you're like, I'm cooking for one.
My kids would joke and say, Mom, what's for dinner? Hummus?
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Appetizers, that's what's for dinner, okay? Like, here's some chips and salsa. Like, I mean, come on. Cheese and crackers. Like, it's dinner.
Grilled cheese.
Oh, yeah. I hear you, girl. I hear you, girl. But if you have skills, this is what you could do. So they're having a chopping competition. So they're calling all cooks. So elevate your career and get noticed by celebrity chefs at the Winter Culinary Weekend chopping competition. So this is hosted by Brother Luck and then Wolf Cutlery. So you're going to just compete in a single elimination bracketed competition, and you'll be timed at cutting 4 vegetables. So we got celery, we got potato, we got onion, we got mushrooms. And the winner takes all. It's a $1,000 cash prize and a David Yellowhorse custom designed cleaver valued at over $2,000. You don't need to bring your knives. They're going to provide all the tools, compliments of Wolf Cutlery. So this is going to be cool. And they're going to be doing this demo at the Wolf Cutlery tent by the ice rink. So registration deadline is Thursday, February 2nd by noon. So that could be pretty cool. Now, I think the hardest thing, like onions, I know some tricks, but like that's probably the hardest thing. And then even mushrooms, because it's not as thick as like celery and that kind of thing.
Right.
So
They have a lot of events that are coming up that are over for the culinary contest. They have the like the opera. You could buy like a $50 ticket and get into the opera. They have a lot of neat hook.
Yeah, so they're doing their opera thing at Hooked and Citrea. So Citrea is the old Tuscanini right next to the ice rink. And they have reservations at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. And then I think you split your time between both restaurants. Like you'll do a little thing at Hooked, watch the demo, maybe sip a few things. And, they've got all sorts of different. So let me look it up for you. So for Friday, it's the pop-up opera. So cooking demo and tasting. So you either do a 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. And on Friday, they're going to have hot toddies by Law's Whiskey House. All right. And then you'll go to the next restaurant. And then they also, then on Saturday, they're going to have the same kind of thing. They're going to have the pop-up opera cooking demo, 3 to 5, and then Lalo Spirits and Lift Vodka will be used for those. They're even doing a kids cooking class and pizza party, and this will be 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday at Blue Moose. And then they've got a bunch of big dinners going on. Everything from Splendido over to Mirabelle. They have a VIP kind of farm to table event on Thursday, the reception kicking things off. So there's a lot of ticketed events that you can learn about on the website to get more details. But Beaver Creek, I love it. They've had celebrity chef races throughout the years. They've done big grand tastings. They've done stuff with all sorts of celebrity chefs. So go on the website, beavercreek.com. That'll give you the details on the signature event. But I love how you can just, ski all day. And some of them incorporate like maybe a snowshoe or a cross country, a Nordic event with a lunch or something afterwards. So you're burning some calories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had some great events lined up. I was checking the calendar, and I was like, "This looks good."
Yeah, this looks really good. Yeah, and we're glad that our events have pretty much returned to normal. Because Megan, for those kind of 2020, 2021, we kind of had to really cease a lot of our regular yearly events. And Beaver Creek Culinary, that has been a signature event at the Bee for, pretty much ever since I can remember, probably at least over 2 decades plus. So that's a few things going on there. And then, you know what? The Velar. Okay, so I understand that you had to give up your Big Bad Voodoo Daddy ticket because you're running out of town. But this is going to be a good show. So this will be on Friday.
Yeah. There's some great lineup this weekend. Thursday, Friday, Sunday. Yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah. So you know what? So on Thursday we've got Bella Fleck and Abigail Washburn with the Colorado Symphony, and this is part of the classical music series. And you might think, what? Don't they, pick the banjo? Yep, they do. Bella Fleck is actually a 16-time Grammy Award winner. 16 Grammy Awards. And then Abigail Washburn is wonderful wife. She's a singer-songwriter, and she plays the clawhammer banjo. So they're going to be joined by the Colorado Symphony. I want that to be so cool to have that on stage in that venue as well.
Anything with the Colorado Symphony, they play concerts at Red Rocks in the summer with,
Yeah.
it's just going to be magical. That'll be a great event.
Yeah.
Is that sold out?
No, it's very close though. Limited availability for sure. And then there's still some availability for Big Bad Voodoo Daddies. So they're going to be at Friday at 7 p.m. Reserved seating starts at $45. They got a kids ticket for 28 or a student for 28 also. And this is the swing era. I mean, like they're kind of modern day swing. When swing dancing got really popular again around, 1999, 2000, these guys were right there. And, one of their favorites, You and Me and the Bottle Makes Three Tonight. I mean, like, and the whole band, like, they're going to fill this stage with people. And then they're basically all the sounds. And Megan, they're going to open the orchestra pit to dancing. So we're going to have swing dancing going on. I thought people were just going to have to do it in the aisles, but no, I talked to Ruthie from the Villar yesterday, and she said, nope, we're opening up the orchestra pit. So that should be super duper fun and special. You might see some people
go because you know how to swing dance.
Well, I don't really remember when I took all those lessons. I thought I was really going to be dancing a lot, and, I don't dance very much anymore. I need a wedding. Anyone got a wedding I can go to? I love wedding dances.
I love weddings.
And then the other one that I want to talk about is on Saturday. So this is Sarah Jarosz, and she is just an amazing singer-songwriter. She's had so many collaborations. She's actually touring right now with Sean Colvin and Mark Cohn. She collaborated with David Crosby. She's done all sorts of things. Are we going to show the video?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. You know what? Hey, enough of me talking, Megan. Let's just hear it straight from Sarah herself, because we had a chance to chat with her a few days ago. We are celebrating 25 years at the Villar Performing Arts Center in Beaver Creek, and we have a great musical lineup. And one of the artists that's coming on the 5th of February is Sarah Jarosz, and she is on the TV with us this morning. And thank you so much, Sarah, for chiming in. I know you're busy; you're on tour right now, so we'll keep this short. We know you got your gig this evening, but yeah, where are you calling in from?
I just arrived here in Medford, Oregon. I'm currently on tour with Sean Colvin and Mark Cohn, and we're having a great time. But as you can see, I'm backstage in the dressing room.
Yeah, awesome. Well, good. We're so glad that we got to chat with you, and congratulations on such an amazing career. You're only 31 years old. You've already won 4 Grammys. You've collaborated with so many different people. And yeah, to be touring with Mark Cohn and Sean Colvin, how's that going?
It's been, just lots of pinch me moments. It really is, it feels very full circle, and their albums inspired me to do what I do. So it's really special to get to share the stage with them.
Yeah, definitely. Now, when you come to Beaver Creek, you won't have them with you. Will you be playing with any of the songs from I'm With Her or off of the latest album? What can we expect at the show?
Well, so yeah, it's going to be a lot of my music. I'm going to be in a duo configuration with Jeff Picker, bass player, and we're going to be just doing a lot of my songs over the course of all of my albums.
It's such an intimate setting. It's a 535-seat theater. I think it's going to be just a great format to have you and just 2 people on stage. It should be wonderful. But let's get a little bit of your background. So I understand that you're from Texas, and when did you start playing music?
Yeah, I was born in Austin, Texas, and grew up in a little town called Wimberley, which is only about 2,000 people. And music was always around. My parents are big music lovers. There was never really a time when I considered doing anything else with my life because it was just what I loved for as long as I can remember. I'm very grateful for everything that's happened so far.
Oh yeah, and you know what? And you've had some amazing collaborations and be able to share the stage with so many great performers. And our condolences we saw on your Instagram post and your Facebook post. David Crosby just died a few days ago. So we're very sorry. You had worked with him. Tell us what that experience was like.
Yeah, I feel so grateful having gotten the chance to sing with him. He came to my show in Santa Barbara, I want to say in 2016 or 2017 at the Libero Theater, and walked backstage, and I didn't even know he was there. And he was just so complimentary and such a huge supporter of my music. And he would come to my show every time I played there. And so eventually we became friends, and he would call me and we would talk about music. And eventually that led to him asking me to sing on his last record, a Joni Mitchell song, for free. And I'm just so grateful for being able to sing with him. And I actually, it's really heavy, but about a week before he passed away, I sang harmony and played octave mandolin on a new record that he was in the midst of working on. So, hopefully that'll come out someday. But yeah, he really went out of his way to champion artists that he believed in and that he loved. And, he was creating right up until the very end. So it's pretty inspiring.
Oh yeah, well it definitely is. Well, when you come to Colorado, you're hitting a few other ski towns as well. You've got Beaver Creek, you've got Aspen, you've got Park City, 4 nights in Park City. Are you going to get any time to ski? Do you ski at all or enjoy the slopes?
I would love to. I did ski a lot when I was a kid. It's probably been about 20 years. So I'm actually getting married this year. And if it weren't so close to my wedding, I would definitely hit the slopes. But having not skied in about 20 years, I'm a little nervous to hit the slopes. But I will definitely enjoy the winter weather.
Oh, you definitely will. Okay, yeah, yeah. And you're always welcome back anytime you want to
Thank
ski.
you.
And then, all right, let's get to our rapid fire questions right now. So, Sarah, if you weren't a musician, what would you be doing?
It's a tough one because I've always played music, but I think I really romanticize little bakeries in small towns, and so I think I love to cook and I love to bake. So I feel like I would love to just open a little tiny bakery with like a bookstore in the front, and that would be my life.
Okay, that sounds fabulous. All right, what was your top on your Spotify Wrapped this year? What artists are you listening to?
A big one for me always is James McMurtry, who is a great Texas singer-songwriter and someone who I've been listening to my whole life, but in the past couple years have just been really obsessed with his records. It was maybe a tie between him and my friend Rustin Kelly, who is an amazing songwriter and singer. I think they came in towards the top of my list.
Okay, awesome. And if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
It'd probably be some sort of teleportation because, it's as a musician, as a traveling musician, the 2 hours that you're on stage is wonderful, but there's a lot of traveling to get to the stage. So it would be very convenient to be able to just, teleport right to the venue.
Perfect. Okay. And then if you could collaborate with any one of your musical heroes, who would it be?
Well, I would have said David Crosby, so I just feel so grateful that got to happen before he passed away. I've just been so lucky to get to work with so many heroes over the years. The one person who comes to mind, who I actually got to see 2 nights ago, she came to our show in San Francisco, is Bonnie Raitt. I adore her, and I think she's the coolest person ever. So
That's super cool. All right. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll have a collaboration coming up. And I hear that you're signed up to be at the Telluride Bluegrass Festival this summer. So,
That's correct. Yeah, a lot of Colorado in my future, which, I started going to the Rocky Grass Festival in Lyons, Colorado when I was 11 years old. So
wow.
my whole life, Colorado has been a very special place for me and my music, and so I always look forward to coming back.
Okay, well, we are looking forward to having you come to the Villar Performing Arts Center. Once again, that show is going to be on Sunday, the 5th of February, 7 p.m. Tickets are still available, but they do sell out. So, Sarah, thanks so much for your time today, and great luck with the shows in Oregon, and we will see you in Colorado soon.
Thank you so much for having me. I can't wait.
Moet Vending for life's spontaneous, festive moments. Celebrate at the Grand Hyatt Vail.
Welcome to Nap Harvest. In January 2023, we are showcasing healthy habits. And you can start right here feeding your family healthy organic vegetables and fruits that are seasonal and local. They're all the way from Arizona with our wonderful, beautiful citrus fruits that we sneak across the border for. But don't forget our nap mushrooms. Grown at 9,000 feet, mushrooms are chock full of benefits for you. And then also the microgreens, also chock full of vitamins. Come see us at Nap Harvest in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road next to Color Coffee. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 4.
We believe in the power of a live performance. We believe in making memories together. Join us as we celebrate 25 years of making moments that last a lifetime. Bringing concerts, comedy, Broadway, classical, dance, and family entertainment in the heart of the Rocky Mountains in Beaver Creek Village. View the full lineup and get tickets today at villarpack.org.
All right, there was a cool little cam that you could see from Vail yesterday. Vail received 7 inches of new snow in the last 24 hours, and we had 8 over at Beaver Creek. But you know what? It wreaked havoc on the roads, and the roads have been troublesome all throughout this winter. I mean, we love all the snow that we're getting for the mountains, but it's not so good on the roads, especially out through Glenwood Canyon. Glenwood Canyon, we'd have some trouble with that this summer when we get a lot of rain. Some of those mudslides from the burn scar that happened from some forest fires a couple summers ago still makes a big difference over there. But what do you do when you get stalled out in traffic for a couple hours? Well, this band had some fun. So here is Glenwood Canyon. This is the tunnel. And that's Betty Hoops. She's playing the little harmonica. Her band is called Elk Range Bluegrass. And they put on an impromptu gig, and everyone started dancing. I mean, what else are you going to do? You're just stalled out. You might as well get out there, show your talents, and have some fun. So this was over the weekend when I-70 was closed through that beautiful Glenwood Canyon due to some semi-accidents and everything. But hey, thank you so much, Elk Range Bluegrass, for that. That is pretty awesome. So maybe you were there. Hopefully you weren't stuck in the traffic, but at least you got to experience something like that. But pretty cool. But looking back at the roads again, you could see East Vail, Vail Pass Summit. Yep, we are still snow-packed. We're getting a little clear over by the Eisenhower Tunnel. You know, Breckenridge only got 2 inches and Keystone got 4. So a lot of this really fell on our side of the pass and on the Copper side of the pass, Copper Mountain. So the traction law for passenger vehicles is in effect, as well as the chain law for all commercial vehicles. So allow a little extra time, and I think follow distance is a big tip today. Just keep an eye on the car in front of you, maybe give them a little more space in case they start fishtailing or do anything crazy on the ice, and then you have some reaction time. But if you have any trouble on the slopes, if you take a fall or think maybe you might have hurt your knee or your shoulder, well, we've got the best of the best in town. Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery. These docs are awesome. So we've got a brand new Ask the Doc segment. Let's take a look with Dr. Elton.
Hi, I'm Dr. Elton with Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery. I'm a foot and ankle orthopedic surgeon, and we're here today for the Ask a Doc segment with Vail Valley Live. So, we have some questions in the boot. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it that my Achilles tendon hurts after a day on the mountain? This is actually a little bit of a loaded question. Most commonly, it's probably just boot fitment, and that I would say is probably a 2, and you could get that adjusted at the boot fitter, and that would be a pretty simple solution. It may just be some irritation rubbing on your back of your heel or your Achilles tendon. Could be somewhere around about a 5 to a 6 if you have what is called chronic Achilles tendinosis, which is a very common degenerative problem where over time the Achilles tendon, through use and through mileage and years, can develop some degeneration in the tendon itself, and that can be painful. And then upwards, I would say about a 9 out of 10 is if your Achilles hurts because you actually ruptured your Achilles tendon. And that is something that we see not infrequently, even in ski boots. And that's something that typically is a surgical issue, but is somewhere, I would say, about a 9 out of 10 on that scale. Will skiing make my arthritis worse? The short answer is maybe. I would say, in general, no, skiing is not really going to make your ankle arthritis worse. In fact, some patients feel a little bit better with their ankle arthritis when they're skiing versus, say, hiking or doing some other sort of impact activity. And that's primarily because these boots are so stable. It's almost like having a cast on. And so sometimes ankle arthritis can actually feel a little bit better with skiing compared to other things. What are the most common foot and ankle injuries you see in the winter? We do see a lot of fractures in the winter. That can happen in ski boots, but we also see a lot of slip and fall injuries just on the sidewalk, or getting out of a car or going down some steps where you can twist the ankle and fracture it. In skis, the fractures tend to be a little bit higher up, more in sort of the middle of the lower leg, what we call a tibial shaft fracture. We see a lot of those. Any tips for preventing foot and ankle injuries on the hill? Especially for skiers, more so than for snowboarders. I think having the right boot fit is really important. You could aggravate something like a neuroma in the foot if the boot is a little bit too tight. Plus, it's going to help you to have a little better control and have a more comfortable day to begin with. I do think it's also important, as with most seasonal activities, that you give yourself plenty of time to sort of adjust your body to that sport. And so if you've been, wearing flip-flops for the past 4 months because the weather's been warm, and then you dive straight into, 7 hours on the mountain, you're gonna have some issues. Beyond that, I think it's a good idea to do a little bit of a warm-up, do some good stretching, and try and get things as limber as you can beforehand. I'm a cross-country skier and often have pain on the ball of my foot. How do I know if I have metatarsalgia? Metatarsalgia is a little bit of kind of a catch-all for pain in the forefoot. That's what the front part of the foot, and typically it's on the bottom of the foot. But it may also be something like a neuroma, which is a little pinched or irritated nerve. So if your boots aren't fitting well, then that's something that can certainly become aggravating as you go through the day. Well, that's all the questions we have for today. I'm Dr. Elton with Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery, and that was the Ask a Doc segment from Vail Valley Live.
All right, nice to get the scoop from Dr. Elton. Thanks so much with Vail Summit Orthopedic and Neurosurgery. It got a little too cold for Megan's phone. The battery died. So I'm going to have to say goodbye for her today. And keep that in mind. If you need to have your phone all day, watch that battery level. And there's a lot of places where you can charge your phone up on the mountain at the different lodges. And if you got to reach family members or that sort of thing, just keep an eye on that, or have a plan. Just be like, hey, at 4 o'clock, we're all going to meet somewhere. So if those phones died today, you're going to have a plan. But it's going to be a great day out there. We got 8 inches new at Beaver Creek, 7 at Vail. Have a wonderful ski day, everybody, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. And don't forget, you can watch us anytime on YouTube and Facebook. Want to thank Lisa and, Megan, she's chiming in. It's cold out here, so she's still watching the show. And I want to thank Jerry for chiming in today. And hi, Rodney. I know you're watching as well. We'll see you tomorrow.